Hello and welcome in the Cloud Forest. In this episode of Before It Is All Gone, I'm taking you to Bella Vista Private Reserve, 2 hours outside of Quito. This is one of the most beautiful cloud forests I've ever been, not only because of the vegetation, which is also amazing and beautiful for me. It has a lot of ferns, moss growing everywhere. It looks like something out of a fairy tale, but it's also because of the animals you can find here. One of my favorite birds, the mountain toucan, is around. We heard it today morning, didn't see it yet. And there are also many mammal species in the cold forest. There are kinkajou, olinguito, taira, and even spectacled bears, which obviously the latter extremely hard to see. So in this episode, I will walk you around, show you around in this forest, and try to get a look of the most iconic species of this habitat. If you like this video and these kind of videos, please don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video, comment, share, and all that good stuff, which always is very helpful for me. So let's get to it, let's see what we can find, and let's see how nice walks we can do day and night in this beautiful, incredible, and enchanted forest. The beauty of the forest is easily matched by the views all around us. You just look through the trees and you see endless forest-covered mountains, and in the background snow-capped volcanoes. It's unbelievable. And then, obviously, there is the wildlife. There are hummingbirds everywhere all around you. Obviously around the lodge there are feeders, but even without feeders, just walking in the forest, you will see dozens of different species of hummingbirds just buzzing around you. In some cases it feels like they are almost ready to land on you. It's unbelievable, and it's on its own an experience which one should definitely try. Only for this it would be worth to go to Bella Vista. And then there are the masked trogons. Usually in every single morning you have a few of these trogons flying around and then perched on the trees, really low branches, so you can observe them very, very close. It feels like if you could even touch them. And then not only birds are around Bella Vista, but also mammals. There are the red-tailed squirrels, which come into the bird feeders, or they just climb up and down the trees. But for me, the real treat was, in the daytime, the appearance of two tyras. Not one, but two tyras. Obviously, they're coming close because there are some bananas left around the lodge, and these omnivorous species of the weasel family take advantage of this. The clearer fur around the head makes them very easily recognizable. With the tail, they can grow up to a good meter, and they're opportunistic hunters. They really eat anything from small rodents, birds, lizards, insects, and they also climb trees for honey or fruits. As usual, we are in the forest at night doing one of our night walks. Tao is here, right there, with a thermal imager trying to find some mammals or birds on the trees. Today it's a very slow night in the cloud forest. We didn't have any rain, and actually it's a full moon, so not that many insects or frogs are out, but still we managed to find a few stick insects, a few frogs, and well, I have some pictures to show from last year's trips as well, because this forest can be really, really alive at night. Now we are heading back to the lodge, where hopefully around we will find the kinkajou and olinguito and maybe some other cool stuff. Let's see what we can find. And as you can see, again out and about in the forest at night. That's just how we roll. The night walk here on a good day, like what we had last year, is incredible. Have so many stick insects, so many different kinds and species on every single leaf that eventually you get tired of taking pictures of them. And we got lucky that we had the same with frogs. We found maybe 6 different species of frogs and maybe 30 of them, including this incredible Pinocchio rain frog, which was our target species, and we managed to find. We even find the beautiful anole and some other cool stuff. But of course, here in Bella Vista, one of the coolest thing to see is what you find around the lodge at night. The people out there hanging some bananas up on a tree close to the lodge. The kinkajou and Olinguito used to come close and feed on this banana. You can see on this picture is a kinkajou, and let's hear its call, which is pretty cool. Kinkajous are small rainforest mammals. They're completely arboreal and nocturnal, so it's incredibly difficult to see them. And usually they are high up in the trees, so even if you hear them, most of the time you cannot see them. They have fully prehensile tail, which they're using as a fifth hand to hold on. And here in Bellavista, some time ago, they discovered a new species of olingo, an Olinguito, and this is the one you can see here. This is a species related to kinkajou. It's very, very similar, but it doesn't have the prehensile tail, so as here you could see as well, it's just dangling the tail under it. Last year I did not get the chance to see the Olinguito, so I was extremely happy to see it this year. Just a few minutes drive from Bellavista, in the same habitat and the same kind of forest, we can find the birdwatcher's house, which is, as far as I know, the only spot where they managed to successfully feed the mountain toucans. So we are waiting right now for them to come by. If you can see right there, there is a branch, and behind the branch there are some bananas attached, and we are waiting for the toucans to come by. We know that they are in the property because we've seen them before in other spots on trees eating fruits. So this means there's so much food around that they don't need to come for the bananas necessarily. So they're all day flying around, feeding on different trees and different fruits. And every now and then they also come by and check out the bananas and eat some of the bananas. So that's our hope, that eventually we'll get to see the mountain toucans nicely close. Meanwhile, you can see there are some hummingbird bird feeders, and there is some crazy hummingbird action here. So again, right there is where we're hoping to see the mountain toucans any minute from now. We're waiting already around 2 hours, but we're not giving up. And as usually it happens when one waits patiently, one mountain toucan did show up and landed on the branch very close to us, so we got to get a very good footage of it. It was only one because there was a hawk flying above the forest an hour before, and they were pretty scared. Normally a few of them would show up, but we were extremely happy to be able to observe one of these beautiful animals. These birds are mostly eating fruits, how you can see it on the video here as well, and they are found in a range of 1,600 to 2,600 meters in the mountains of the cloud forest. In the birdwatcher house, you can observe other amazing birds as well, like these tanagers or this toucan barbet. The place is really set up for birders, and it's an incredible place to be. On our last day in the cloud forest, we decided to do a little detour specifically for one incredible animal, but about that later. We are in a private reserve about an hour from Bellavista, which is called Refugio Paz de las Aves. It's a very special place where you can see most of the birds in this area. They're bird feeders, and they're also habituated some very rarely seen Ampita species. We've been here last year, and last year was an amazing visit. First, we woke up very early and arrived to the forest before the sun would rise to be able to observe the Andean cock of the rock. Now let's see how this beautiful bird sounds. This is an interesting and important species, not just simply because of its beautiful looks, but it's also the national bird of Peru. And for me, it's very interesting because this species demonstrates very well sexual dimorphism in birds, where the female has a boring brownish color and the male has the brightest red color in the world with a disc-shaped crest, which couldn't be more different from the female. At this place we also got to see some beautiful quetzals and what the park is most famous from, the antpitas. Antpitas are floor-dwelling tropical birds which have normally brownish gray colors and very difficult to find them. Because of this, many birders have them as their grail species. And in this place, the owners of the land taught some of the antpitas to listen to their calls, and they're feeding them so they can actually appear at a place, call the birds, and the birds just simply walk out of the jungle. They name the birds, they really know them, they know when they have chicks. It's an incredible place, and it's an incredible relationship in between humans and birds. And to talk about conservation a little bit, this place right now is in danger. The owners have died, and the owners' children got the rights for the land, and only 2 of them wants to keep the land as a protected area and refuge for birds, while the other sisters and brothers wanting to sell it. So right now there is a campaign where the owners who want to protect the land try to collect, I believe, $150,000 in order to be able to buy out the other brothers and sisters and keep on with this amazing work. So in case you thought about it lately, how could you contribute to conservation directly? I will include the link in the description to the GoFundMe project, and you can donate. Any donation helps. I myself already donated. Right now we came over here because we heard that there is one potu which is resting on a tree, and they located it for us. So when they confirmed it in the morning that it's there, we decided to take a little 2-3 hour detour. And it was so worth it. As you can see, we found the potu within minutes in the forest, and we could observe it how it was perching on top of a branch, totally camouflaged in the background. Potus are related to the nightjars. They're entirely nocturnal birds. They're insectivores. And the interesting thing in this species is that they spend their daytime perched on top of tree stumps or branches, and then they lift up their head to blend in even more. They even lay the eggs on top of tree stumps, and this is exactly how they're nesting as well. An incredible bird species, and we were incredibly lucky to be able to find it. So we are here at Refugio Paz de las Aves. If you like birding or you just like nature and you're in Quito, around Mindo, it's an absolute must. Beautiful place, amazing people, so much knowledge and experience here to locate rare bird species that nowhere else I've seen before. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did so, please don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit the bell icon. If you already did so, well, then leave a comment. And of course, if you like it, share it. Thank you very much again. I hope to see you soon in my next episode.